Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all good. I hope you're all great. Let's get into the video. What we are going to watch right now, we are going to watch the big announcement from Power FM from Mr. Given Mukari announcing Mr. Ndlozi as what? Of course, I think you are aware right now. And I will tell you my thoughts and I will tell you what I think about it. And also the next video that will be coming, it will be a video about when people were calling. So anyway, we will get to all of that, but I want us guys to listen to what the announcement was, and I think you've already seen it in social media, but anyway, let's get into it.
We had traveled the journey that we did. They put sense into my head, and I'm happy this morning to accept that challenge. And once I did start to think about it, I got the necessary reverence. It's the riskiest decision I have had to make yet. But your proposal I accepted in relation to power. And power is important as well because there is this struggle in our country. That's why I pay a lot of respect to McG, to diversify the media. Diversification at the level specifically of agenda and conversation. And the voices that must never be marginalized for their part or the fabric of this country. There are voices of people, who clean up the pipes beneath the different ecosystems of Johannesburg. Their challenges, what they go through. The nurses that beyond COVID, no one is no longer having a conversation about. The doctors, the academic and scholars who spend years and years to understand a phenomena. And we waste most of our time with current affairs oriented pundits who don't deepen the historicity of whatever may be confronting society at that moment. It would be a great honor, a challenge that I accept with the greatest humility, to join those ranks and try and contribute from this house, taking its space in an otherwise dominated and an undiversified industry. The media industry is as undiversified as the agriculture industry. Of course, I'm not going to be owning anything. I'm just going to be supporting an institution of our black brother, and I hope that I'll be able to help South Africans speak across with each other, across class, across languages, across traditions, across cultures, across party lines, across businesses, and to have a conversation that always is in the interest of the betterment of humanity and making this country a better place to live in.
This is Power 98.7 and Capricorn FM in Limpopo. We recognize and see our viewers on ENCA, streaming on the Power YouTube line, streaming on power987.co.za, and on Newsroom Africa, and wherever else in the world you could be and maybe listening to. South Africa, the world, our people, Power people, I present to you the new host of Power Talk, effective the 3rd of March 2025, Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi. Dr. Ndlozi, thank you so much, my brother, for honoring your people, for accepting this challenge. I can tell you that there are people ululating that instead of hearing you once a week, Kasona, or Haupala Azania, every morning at 9 o'clock, as of the 3rd of March, they shall be exchanging debate or conversations with you, and Power people will challenge you, and they'll love you, and you'll love them. They will teach you and you will share. The role of a talk show host is not to preach or teach. Our job is to listen intently and intentionally, but most importantly to listen.
Obviously, the most important thing here, guys, is why did Mr. Mbuyiseni had to actually come to a very special sort of like show that they decided to do with Mr. Ndlozi. Now the question is, why did they do it in such a spectacle way, in such a big way? Okay, Mr. Mbuyiseni coming to the show, doing a 1 hour and 30 minutes sort of a thing and everything like that. I think it's 2 hours, and then 2 hours and 20 minutes, I think. Yeah. So why did they make it so spectacle, right? One, I believe he recognizes that Mr. Ndlozi has got a lot of following. I don't know how much he has in his Instagram, Twitter, and also I don't know how much he has for followers, how much followers he has, but one of the things that I believe they are after the audience. Okay, he's a brilliant guy, Dr. Mr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, brilliant mind. He speaks his mind. He challenges where he's supposed to challenge. He speaks truth to power. And sometimes when he sees something good, he does say. Okay? But I believe, ladies and gentlemen, that this guy commands a lot of attention, commands a lot of audience to himself. He may not know, he may not be aware maybe, but I think he is. That's what I am thinking. Okay? The question also will be, who is he replacing? He is replacing Mrs. Lerato Mbele, I believe. I used to actually listen to her. That is why actually this week, I think the past week, I think is this week. I don't know. I think it's the past. Yeah. Anyway, it's still that there was a guy who came in, replaced her for a week, and I think he's still there before this announcement, and he's still pushing that show now. Mrs. Mbele or Mrs. Lerato Mbele. There were things that I don't want to lie to you guys. I listen to Power FM every time, every day, right? I thought that there was something that I think she missed. Okay, not missed in a sense of being brilliant. She's brilliant, awesome. She speaks her mind. She's very strong. She's very dominant and strong. Now, on the show, I believe that strongness, that dominance, it actually showed, right? Because sometimes when the people would call, you could tell that when sometimes she speaks to the people that are calling, and the way she would respond, and also the way she would end up hanging up on them. Okay, maybe because the argument is not going anywhere, or maybe now you see that it's back and forth. Sometimes she would cut them off, okay? Which I do understand. Sometimes you can do that. But I believe that sometimes, there were times where she would be doing or saying things, and I'm like, no, man, I think you shouldn't have, I think you should have hold yourself a bit. I believe that, guys, if you are in a radio, you should be able to hold yourself. People like who? Because I have noticed that on radio there are different presenters. For example, if you compare the guy in Power FM who actually takes over at the slots from 8 o'clock. Who is that guy? I think it's a colored. Okay, I'm sorry for saying colored. I forgot the guy. Oh, I forgot. That guy is sweet. That guy is good. You can tell from his voice. He's a good guy. Even if you want to argue with him, okay, you will tell that this one he won for fight you, whatever. But if you listen to also a person like TT, okay, Mr. It's TT that takes over at 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay, when you listen to him, you would actually tell that Mr. TT can be able to take the heat, right? He can be able to take the hit and be able to bring it back. But if he sees that nothing is going on, he will tell you and be like, listen, my guy. So sometimes also he will cut them off. Okay, but you will tell that he is not doing it out of like you are, as if like if the person was there you could have like beaten them, you know, in a way, you know. So, and also when you look at a person like the guy who takes at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, who is Tabiso, the other Tabiso with the what, with the big, with the O. I don't know, he calls himself like that, with the what, right, at 3 o'clock afternoon. Okay, usually that one is calm, and every time when you challenge him and everything, you will actually, you know, he would actually be able to interact with you. But also if you are controversial, the topic is controversial, he will challenge you. But you will tell that it's not from the heart of, yeah, I'm angry with you, you what, and then cut you off, and then the next thing you end up saying, you see, that's a problem. That's what I've noticed with her. But she's a brilliant lady. She can talk. Oh, guys, she can talk and talk, and I'm like, wow, you know, that we need people like that, because also Mr. Ndlozi can talk. Now, Mr. Ndlozi is going to take a slot from 9 o'clock in the morning. Okay, I think he's going to get a lot of people tuning in at 9 o'clock. Why? Because people, when they go to work, they will be able to open their radio and listen. Okay, and he can be able to speak. I don't know how long he can speak because it's 9 to 12. So he's gonna have to get used to it, guys. I'm waiting for it. I want to see his first as a microphone, you know, when he starts opening his mouth, what is going to happen. Obviously they will support him, they will be there for him to make sure that everything goes accordingly. Okay, whether you like it or not, guys, when it comes to radio, it's all about numbers. If numbers are not going well, they will take you out. As you could actually hear Mr. Given Mkari talking about money. I'm a businessman, so let's talk money, you know. So it's all about numbers, and I don't care whether you say, hi, this guy is so Mr. Ndlozi, you know, as a what. Trust me, radio, it's all about numbers. Whether you like it or not, it's about numbers. If you don't have numbers, it's not gonna happen for you. Just like on TV. Today there are people who go on TV to act. They don't know how to act, but because of they have got numbers in their Twitter, in their Instagram, in their TikTok, whatever, they bring them there because they know that if that person comes to their shows, they actually get the people that they're actually looking for. And if you check the channel of Power FM, is taking a bit, it's still young, you know. I think they are on 5,000 something, yeah, 5,000, I think so, you know, as subscribers. I don't know, I think it's 5,000, I think so. So I think this will help them to actually push, you know. Well, congratulations, Mr. Ndlozi. I hope you enjoy yourself and everything like that. So I don't believe that Mr. Ndlozi is gone forever in terms of politics. I think he'll come back. And I don't know where he will go though. According to me and what I'm sensing, I think he just wants a break from that, and then just, you know, and maybe just make us forget about politics concerning him. Then after, when we were forgotten, bam, he comes back, and maybe he will be a mayor, maybe he will be a premier, maybe he will be whatever. I don't know where. Because there was a guy who called who said, don't join ANC, don't join MK, you can go and do whatever. Listen, guys, I know that Mr. Mkari said Mr. Ndlozi is not a politician, blah, 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 but guys, come on. You will never tell with a person inside. Sometimes you may look at the person and you think, this guy, politics. You will find that the guy loves politics. He loves politics. He wants to contribute. And I can tell you, you can tell me and say, Mr. Ndlozi is going to contribute in people's lives when he's on radio. The only thing that is happening there, guys, is him coming in every morning, going there and just hold the mic and speak. That's all. I don't think Ndlozi can take that for the rest, okay, not for the rest of his life, because I don't think he plans for the rest of his life being on radio. So I think the time that he has, I know that maybe he planned that in this time I want just to be outside of politics and I can do radio. Okay, do radio, and I can tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, okay, this is just for a short period of time for him just to be okay. And then after that, I believe he will go back to politics, because in politics, it gives you that chance for you to be on the ground, interact with people, especially if you are a mayor, you are a premier, you are a minister and everything. At least you can be able to do or make the change that you want. One of the things that Mr. Mkari said, he said that he believes that Mr. Ndlozi is not a politician, okay? And the reason why he says that, it is because being a politician, it's like you need to be a bit a thief-like. You need to have some thiefiness in you, which I don't think, well, for others, for some people, I don't think so. I don't think so, guys, okay? I believe that he can be a politician if he wants. You know, the problem, guys, with the EFF is that the EFF, yes, it's a very big party, powerful, strong, and everything. But trust me, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think it will happen right now for them to be in power. I don't think so. And I believe that these guys, Ndlozi or Shivambo, they said, you know what? Listen, we want to contribute. Okay, we want to contribute in these high places. There is no way that we think we can just keep on hoping and say, yeah, one day we will partner, one day we will partner, but it's not happening. And the way things are, it's not happening. When you look at the MK party, guys, has spoiled everything. Spoiled everything. They become the main opposition party, kicking down the EFF. That will tell you that actually the EFF, even though they can have some hopes and everything, but it doesn't look like they will be actually up there. Okay? And you need to look at yourself and be like, nah, I think I love the EFF, whatever, but nah, I just have to think, because I have to, you know what, I have to, and for the reason that I think there was a time, I don't know where did I hear this thing. I heard that actually they wanted some of the EFF members, like Ndlozi. There was a time where, I don't know, it was supposed to be a premier. I don't know. It was supposed to be a premier, I don't know what happened there. I think I did hear somewhere when they were speaking, premier, and I think maybe somebody said to him, no, you can't, you know, blah, 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 blah. Whether you like it or not, if you've got a skill, ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing frustrating than you sitting there not doing nothing. The only thing you do, you get to party, you go out, go to press conferences. When there is an event, you just go there. You are not contributing in any way. And if you want to contribute and maybe become a mayor or become a premier, they don't give you a chance. Obviously, you get stressed and you are like, let me just leave this thing, okay? So anyway, I think that Mr. Ndlozi, listen, good luck, and I will be listening to you every morning, obviously, because I do listen to radio every time. So good luck with you. And also, I think that you will do well. I believe so that he will do well. And I believe and I hope that he goes on and push and maybe and help Power FM to be better, and also make Power and help Power FM to reach whatever target they want to reach, or whatever vision they want to reach with him. You know, well, like, guys, listen, hey guys, please don't even think about anything else. When it comes to radio, it's about numbers, and I repeat, it's about numbers. They will call you there. And if you are not getting their target, if you are not getting, for example, 10,000 people who will tune in your show, 10,000 maybe per week, no, not 10, 20,000 maybe per week, you know, maybe in that 3 hours you don't get people in your show maybe watching or listening to you, let's say maybe 5,000 for example, or maybe 5,000 to 7,000 people tuning in. They will just say, my guy, it's not happening. They will take you out, which that's what happens. You know, some people, they take them out because maybe they were not there to actually try to grow the numbers. They were not there maybe because, you know, they were there maybe because they wanted to do something different. I think also, hey, I don't know, guys. Anyway, let me not speak too much, because I will end up saying things that are and whatever. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys. I love you. Take care of yourself. Like, do whatever. I don't say like Maranzoi show today. like, do whatever. Love you. Take care of yourself. Sharp, sharp.